Hello everybody, I am making a quick review of the Redmi 3S Prime of Xiaomi. This phone is having a 3GB RAM and 32GB internal memory with 13 megapixel rear camera and 5 megapixel front camera with 4100 mAh non-removable battery. We will first see how the phone looks in your hand, and the phone with quite metallic body looks quite decent. I will show you the video the how phone looks in your hand with some still pictures too. Phone is having 3.5 jack on the top with a microphone, and in the bottom too there is 2.0 USB cable and a mic also. And right side of the phone there is volume button and also power on off button. On back side of the phone there is fingerprint sensor and a Xiaomi Mi tag with written as made in India, which is a completely made in India phone. I am making some still photos so that you can see the how phone looks if kept on table or somewhere else. The camera is on the upper side, looks good. There is a dual tone LED flash on the right of the camera, and camera is 13 megapixel camera with aperture 2.0, and screen is HD screen with 1218 to 720p. We will see the settings. The phone is having marshmallow and MIUI version 8 point something. I tried to open first the browser app and tried to open some websites on the phone. Opening websites on the phone was quite smooth, and I tried 3 or 4 tabs at a time. I first tried YouTube and it was working well. There was no lag of any kind, opening of the websites. Video is running on the page itself, unlike opening in the YouTube app. I tried 3 or 4 tabs and there was no lag of any kind in any apps in the Chrome, any websites in the Chrome. Color reproduction of the screen is good and brightness is also quite good. Since being only HD screen, the text looks crisp than other HD screens. After trying this browsing, I tried some games on the phone. I first tried Subway Surfer. It took 8-9 seconds for Subway Surfer to load up on the phone. The phone since has a 3GB RAM, there was no lag of any kind in opening of the phone. Once when loaded, graphics were looking good. That is also quite smooth, and putting fingers on the screen was. I also tried Temple Run 2. In opening Temple Run 2, it took 17-18 seconds to load the game, and once the game was loaded, then there was no lag of any kind in running the game. though in HD screen, but the graphics was running well. After trying games, I tried the RAM management of the phone. RAM management of the phone is quite good. Both Subway Surfer with all other apps are in the memory. In fact, browser app and at least 10-12 apps are in the memory, and we can say that phone is handling its memory quite well. After handling of the memory, I compared this phone with LE2 look wise, though LE2 is bit expensive, but this phone also look decent in front of LE2. You can judge yourself. I am keeping LE2 with this phone side by side. The bezel of the Redmi Prime is bit broader than of LE2, and LE2 has a bigger screen than this one. But Prime 3S was also looking decent in front of LE2. Even LE2 is 3000 more expensive than this phone. After this, I tried camera also. I will review camera of this phone in some other video, but camera is quite good in daylight. I tried some selfie also. Selfie is also quite good, but in low light camera was not giving that much good pictures. And in last, I would only say that if you want a phone with good memory and with expandable memory, you can buy this phone. Otherwise, in this price range, it would not be advisable to buy a phone today with no full HD screen, because most of the phones below 10,000 now full HD screens are coming. So if you want a phone with a good RAM and a good memory which is expandable up to 256 GB, you can buy this phone. Otherwise,